What's up, everybody? This is the news break. I'm Mr. Brooks.
And I am Don, pretty fly for a white guy, Grimm. And like Mr. Brooks over there said, this is the news break. This is where we give you our spin on things that are going on in the world, in society, in the news, and politics.
It's so fucking big, man.
All that shit. But you know what?
You look fucking huge. What's going on? I feel
I'm sitting all up on the shit. I'm just like,
I feel like a little kid
in here. Yeah. And this motherfucker over here can fit in my pocket right now. Hey, hurry, little fucker.
Can we go to the candy store?
Did you say the gay store?
The candy store.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you want to go to the gay store, I'll drop you off.
If I say candy store and you hear gay store, then I guess it's whatever you think is.
Maybe as you were actually saying it and just trying to deny that shit, like your subconscious ain't driving you in that direction.
Looking like Brian Regan at the fucking. I'm the new guy at the gym, and I'm like, you're the big hulky motherfucker that's going to show me around.
Yeah, I'm going to show you around. I'm going to make.
Where are we going next, Thunder?
Going to make you lift things. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
Here we go.
Well, speaking of which, don't talk like that because you're gonna fucking get Arnold Schwarzenegger canceled or banished from society because he makes fucking people from over there look dumb as fuck.
Fuck him. You know what? The shit he was fucking saying, in that statement that he gave about his struggles and his story of how he ended up, like the shit he was looking back on, the turmoil, the fucking pain, all this. Those are the fucking things that he was fucking denying. Remember he was denying he knew anybody or was related to anybody that had any involvement on all this shit. But all of a sudden he's using it as his fucking painful story? How the fuck did that get twisted? Well, fuck that dude. Fuck, you know what? I love some of his movies. And if he said, hey, I want you to co-star in my next movie, I'd be like, fuck yeah, you're a bitch, you're a fucking big ass buff fucking whorebag, but yeah, okay, no problem.
Well, that's the thing about this new world we live in, man. You got to forgive a lot of actors. You don't have to forgive them, but you have to just understand that they got good characters still. They may still have good actors. I mean, if Robert De Niro, if I had to watch The Irishman, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he does another movie, man, it's gonna be good. I want to fucking see it. But I don't like the dude anymore, you know what I'm saying? Because of the things they come out and speak their opinion, and it's like, wow, who knew you were such a piece of shit? Look, I'm not saying you have to fucking like something or you don't have to like something, but when somebody says some stupid shit like they say sometimes, man, it makes you really go, wow, man, you make it hard to watch your movie. Tom Hanks, I don't care. I'm not watching his shit. I promise I won't. Fuck yeah.
I mean, you're right. You're right on one thing, that you have to sort of give these people a bit of leeway because they're so out of touch with society. Like Ricky Gervais said, when he was talking about, just come up here, take your award, shut the fuck up, and go home. Don't use this as a platform for your fucking political speech.
You don't have any idea what it's like.
You are so out of touch. You don't know shit. Right. You don't know what the average fucking person is dealing with. So zip it, shut the fuck up, and go home. Take your fucking award, shove it up your fucking ass, sit and spin on that son of a bitch for a little while, then go the fuck home.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Well, yeah, answer me this. Why the fuck, speaking of the whole cancel culture thing, why is it that, like, you can get canceled for the silliest, goofiest shit, but they won't cancel Tom Cruise for fucking children? They don't want to cancel fucking, they don't want to do that. They don't want to cancel Ellen for being an evil fucking bitch. You know what I'm saying? They don't cancel people like that. They cancel somebody that, said the word black, or, if they were like, well, I like beans, and they're like, hey man, you can't talk like that about beans. Mexicans will get mad. What the fuck kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? And it is that stupid. Yes, I'm being ridiculous, but it is that goddamn ridiculous. And usually it's not the Mexicans or the Spanish people that are mad about whatever comment. They typically don't give a fuck. Black people typically don't seem to give a fuck. The friends that I know, I ask them, what do you think about this thing that's going on with, like Roseanne? They're like, who? Or they'll be like, what's going on with her? We don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point because I remember when that shit happened with Imus, the whole nappy-headed hose thing. I had some black folks that I was real tight with, brothers and whatnot that, just that damn close. We sit there and talk and drink, bullshit about this stuff, and it came up a conversation. And I remember asking him, "Well, what do you think? What do you think should happen to Imus after what he said?" And the general consensus was, you know what? Slap him on the wrist, slap him on the fucking wrist, and let him get back to his fucking job. You
How
know what
about
I'm saying?
nothing? How about you don't do shit? How
Well,
about who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck that he
I,
said that.
I don't. I mean, me personally, I don't. I can understand if some of those girls were offended. Maybe he could apologize to them. I shouldn't see
I,
even made
I
a
don't. Let me look through. Not to interrupt, but let me throw a disclaimer that I don't know anything. I've heard the Don Amos thing, and I'm not sure if I knew exactly what he said before, so I don't know what the context was. But just in general,
It was
if
a
he was
bad.
out there, if he
It was a
was
bad.
like, there's a bunch of bitches out there, a bunch of nappy headed hoes, man, and we were out there having fun at the pool, blah fucking blah about something else, then I don't think he did anything wrong. If he was talking about black people, and he said, yeah, them nappy ass hoes, that's a little different.
He was specifically talking about a basketball game. It was a women's basketball or a young women's basketball game, and he referred to them jokingly, a misguided joke, but still, it was, as far as he was concerned, it was just a joke. He said, "Wow, those are nappy headed hoes," and it was, you know, it,
Damn.
it was out of
But
place, it was out of turn, but
so
it,
he's
it,
talking about the basketball players,
he's specifically talking about these girls that are on the court at that moment.
and everybody on the court was black. There was no white or like
Well, there was
Arabic women on there or nothing.
the ones he was talking about were the black girls, and
Okay, I mean, if he was directing it straight at some black girls being rude and shit, it's fucked
That's
up.
why.
But like,
That's why I'm saying, in all, I think he should have apologized to them. He should have apologized to the network and to the listeners and said, "Hey, I was out of line. I said some shit. That I thought I was, just I thought I was the cool guy that that could make the joke like that, and people were just, it's fucking I was, But no, you're not. You can't. You're just
yeah, he
full.
probably shouldn't did that one.
You
But that's the
shouldn't do
thing.
that
It's
one.
like it's not knowing the context. It's just kind of like, well, I don't know. But
See, but that's the thing, though, is that instead of actually, talking to the guy and sitting down with him and saying, "Hey, look, man, here's the fucking deal. What you did, do whatever," and then try to resolve it and fix it. Everybody and their grandmother and their grandmother's kitchen sink and their fucking grandmother's mailman's favorite dog all jumped on this motherfucker. And immediately fucking, oh, he's a fucking racist. He's a Klansman. He's this and that. And okay, he fucked up and said he said something that he shouldn't have said. Okay. Do we have to shut this motherfucker's life down?
I mean, like I said, it just depends, man. I would have to be there. I would have to be standing there, regardless of what the transcripts and all that shit say. I got to be there to know what the feels are because I mean, I don't know about Don Imus, but I grew up listening to hip hop, man. Goddamn, man. Nappy head hoes, bald headed hoes, Willie D, that was my shit. Bald headed hoes. Now, if I say that shit around the wrong bald headed hoe, it could be a fucking problem for a racist reason,
And
So I don't know, man. It
see
just
that was
depends.
that was one of the things that was brought up too, was that he actually said in a later interview that that was something that I just heard some friends of mine say, and I thought it was funny, and I figured, what would be the harm of,
That's
of
what I'm
me
saying.
saying it
Like,
if my friends actually said it, and he was saying that his friends that he heard it from actually happened to be black, so he was like, then it turns into like the thing, okay, we can say it, but you can't, the N word thing, and several other things that black folks can say and white folks can't. Well,
yeah.
if they in that case, if there's a white guy president, you say that. So, for somebody in his position that really is out of touch like that, maybe somebody should have stepped in and said, "Hey, Doug, I know we're saying this right now, but disclaimer: you're not allowed to." I mean,
Well, I
Obama did it
guess,
when he was talking about CPT. He made it very clear that that's a term that white people aren't allowed to use. And he made it. He said it at the podium. He said that very clearly. He was giving that disclaimer, and that hell, good for him. He at least prevented that from being used improperly by people who shouldn't use it.
well, all right. So we've established with Don Imus that it's been going on for a long ass time. It's only getting fucking worse and it's getting more ridiculous. Something that's way more recent, even though this is also fucking old, is like Roseanne. I think that's total bullshit. It's the same type of mistake that should have been seen as a fucking slightly distasteful joke. I mean, it's only distasteful depending on what standards you have, because I've heard I don't know how many fucking millions of times that white people smell like fucking wet dogs and we're evil and we're piece of shit scumbags, and they get paid extra for that, or not extra for that, but they're superstars. Roseanne, has built one of the fucking most awesome legends of all time, and she says the word ape, and it's directed at a person that's really not all that fucking black, and she loses everything she's ever fucking worked for. I mean, get the fuck out of here. Nick Cannon says that we all deserve to be fucking basically dead. I mean, I'm paraphrasing here, but he did say we were barbaric scumbag pieces of shit. And he hosts one of the fucking most popular shows in the last 20 years, and he's still the fucking host after that. And Robin fucking Thicke's fucking bitch ass white dude. Oh, we love you, Nick. Like, really? Did you not fucking watch the shit he said? Because I'm mad at him for a different reason. Like, I'm not fucking like I said, when somebody's spitting some fucking stand-up comedy and they say some foul shit or some funny shit about fucking white people, I can live with that. I'm not that sensitive. But this is not what Nick Cannon did. He didn't go up there and go, hey, white people talk funny. He openly in an interview, and when you're doing an interview, you're speaking as Nick Cannon, not the guy that hosts Wild 'N Out, not the guy that hosts The Masked Singer or the guy that's rapping on the fucking mic. You get a pass on all three of those. What you don't get a pass on is an interview where you speak from the heart and then you say some fucking evil shit like that. Because there's not another fucking person alive on another side that could say that kind of shit in an interview, and the interview won't come to a close. The guy doing the interview will be disgusted, walk out. Your fucking career is shot. You won't never do shit again. So not to get on that whole double standard, it's not even about racism, it's cancel culture, but you get what I'm saying.
Well, it does lead to people being canceled, in some circumstances, and other people are just. It is a double standard for the cancel culture, because if they kind of go hand in hand. If I were to say something totally racist and out of pocket right now, we would never be able to do the show again. Or if somebody saw this, if it got out, somebody fucking ripped this, put it out there. Oh, look what Don Grimm said. I'm done. I'm done. Even if it isn't full blown, all out offensive, as long as it just has that fucking context and that fucking sort of, as long as it's capable of being translated in that way, or taken in that way, or perceived in that way, then I'm fucking done. But you take any minority, and they can say any fucking thing, anything, and there's no fear. There's no fear of cancellation. It's just almost like it's expected. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I feel I should be able to talk shit about people, people's races and whatnot, because I don't think like that. I don't.
It's just a laughing at the damn ridiculous hypocrisy of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm sitting here saying, "Damn it, I wish I could be a part of the Klan and get away."
Right? Yeah.
It's not it.
Of course.
It's yeah. No, it's simply the double standard, the hypocrisy, the fact that everyone that I hear pushing, in these activist fucking speeches and outlets and whatnot, they're all stating that they're doing all this for equality, but I don't feel at all ever like anybody's really pushing for equality. It seems more like people want dominance or revenge of some sort, and I'm like sitting here like, okay, like over what? Like I haven't done anything to you. I don't plan on it. So I mean, but that's but if I did, I'd be canceled.
Well, I guess to kind of switch it up just a little bit. I mean, just to kind of recap, I just think that people got to fucking lighten up, man. You can't just be offended all the fucking time. Like, I mean, I'm not offended very often, but what offends me is the hypocrisy. The whole fucking I can be offended, but you can't shit. And I don't mean that, to not even go on the black and white thing or any color. It's not even that. It's different levels of financial status, fucking just all these different things that somehow, if I say it, like, I can't make fun of fat people. Remember, it used to be like fat people would make fun of skinny people. That's okay. Now that's not okay either. Can't make fun of skinny or fat. Can't make fun of normal people, because there is no fucking normal people. They all got something. Oh, you're laughing at him? Is it because his earlobes? He's part of that fucking 1,800% of people that have fucking earlobes. So, we're gonna fucking ease up on the earlobes, okay? Or we'll fucking take your career, man. You say another thing about fucking ample piercing room, and you're out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people can't help that their shit comes down like that and attaches to the top of their neck. That's weirdo shit. My shit's like flicker, 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 flicker. My shit like a fucking speed bag. I got fucking 12 earrings just in my earlobe if I want. But like it's everything now. And my biggest problem is now I want to talk about the whole what I like to call the fucking bullshit, fake ass, smoke and mirrors ass cancel culture that people and I'm telling you motherfuckers, like I make the post and it's like, and I don't expect people to fucking listen. I don't expect people to do what I say or to even see my post, but like what's wrong with you motherfuckers, man? Like everything y'all see, y'all just, oh my god, did you know they're gonna cancel pencils? Ink pens are pissed off. And you run with that shit as if it's really gonna fucking happen, man. They're gonna ban straws, man. I use straws every fucking day.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of that because I'll make posts about the shit. But mainly the reason I make posts about it is because when I see something that ridiculous, I just like cannot understand how the shit has gotten to that point. Like Pepe Le Pew or fucking Mr. Potato Head or chest feeding of all fucking things. I mean, like I said in that one video that I made, they're trying to use the term chest feeding so it's all inclusive. Like who the fuck are you trying to include?
If you want to do all inclusive, do it on the motherfucking cruise ships. Goddamn it! You want to charge extra for that, so fine. We'll include everybody in every group, but you're gonna start paying. Like if you walk up and a dude's goddamn, don't look at me. I have my fake titty out. I'm not respecting that unless you pay me. Fuck that.
Well, the potato head thing. The reason I would post about that is because I really think that it's so ridiculous that somebody would be offended by a plastic potato's gender.
But they weren't. They fucking
there
weren't.
There are people out there who yes, there are.
I don't know. I mean, where are they?
I saw videos on YouTube, people fucking complaining about this shit. And
I'm just
okay,
saying,
you know what?
Hasbro already came out and said, you know what? Forget it. We're just going to leave it alone. But they just sold like 700,000 million more of them motherfuckers in 1 week.
Fucking leave it alone because it's something that, dude, it's based on the original two fucking genders, the man and woman. You have Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head. And if they want to go and make
that's tricky. I'm sorry, that's tricky. That motherfucker said it's based on the two original. Like, damn it, man, it's fucked up that you even have to say shit that way. God damn it. Well, no, the original, the OG genders back when we had women.
You know what? And that wasn't even me being careful. That wasn't even me being careful. That was just that. I mean, that to me, it's more of like, you guys want to make up more genders. I mean, there's like if you go to KFC, unless I specify that I want extra crispy or spicy or whatever, if I just say I want a bucket, you should just give me a bucket of your original shit. You know what I'm saying? But instead, they're gonna be like, okay, you want extra crispy.
He thinks people are not complicated. He thinks people and fried chicken are the same.
You want your Carolina hot, or you want the the Tennessee chicken shit, which one we going with, man? I'm like, just give me some fucking normal ass chicken, dog. If I want all that other shit on it, I'll put it on when I get home.
Like I don't drink coffee. I don't fuck with coffee. But if I go in a place and say, let me get a coffee, wouldn't they just hand me a cup of black coffee? I know they won't. They're gonna be like, do you want this in it? And be like, God damn, I didn't say can you give me a coffee with this in it? You know what I'm saying? If I say give me a coffee, it should be black coffee in a fucking cup.
If it depends on where you go, because if you go to like a normal coffee shop, you get a cup, they pour your coffee. If you want sugar in it, you add your sugar. You want creamer in it, you get your creamer. You do it yourself.
Well, yeah, that's different. But I'm saying there's a lot of these places that bring it to you the way it is, the way And if you say coffee, they start checking off a list. And I'm guessing because I've never ordered coffee in my life, but I'm assuming that they're going to be like, do you want sugar in it? Would you like cream? You're like, no. I don't want peppermint. I don't want motherfucking damn basil and fucking hazelnut and goddamn none of that shit. I said coffee, bitch. Did I say? Or I would say, hey, can I get a coffee with hazelnut, basil, and fucking sugar? No, coffee. Y'all serve coffee? Does it all have some fucking flavor in it? Does it always got to have a goddamn coconut floating in that motherfucker?
There's one thing that I've always thought is weird. Most places you go to, if you say, "Let me get a regular coffee," that when you say regular there, that means either regular decaf, and you're choosing the caffeinated shit, right? But there are places that you can go to, pardon me, where if you say, "Give me a regular coffee," what they take that as, and it's like a regional thing, changes everywhere you go. But there's several places like this. If you say, "Give me a regular coffee," what they'll do is they'll put 2 scoops of sugar and some fucking creamer in it for you and hand it to you like that. That's to them a regular coffee with sugar and creamer, and so that's like that changes, depending on where you're at. But the great majority of places just a cup of fucking caffeinated black shit. That's basically what you're gonna get. So I don't know. Anyways, but back to this other crap, man. This what was the other one that? Oh, Betty White. I was laughing about that because, I mean, they're gonna cancel her just because of her last name, real quick.
I'm pretty sure God's gonna cancel her any fucking moment, so I wouldn't be tripping about her. I mean, she's got plenty of clout, you know what I mean, and also she's over 100, so I don't think they're stressing her too much. She's not gonna be a problem.
And she
There's a
seems
comedian though named Steve White, and he's black, so he might be all right. But it's really a fucking. It's kind of like but it's what's your middle name? Ain't motherfucker? Like what the hell? But the thing is, man, is I don't believe most of them will happen. Okay, I mean we talked earlier, and we're getting low on time, but fuck, who cares? We can do what we want. Dr. Seuss is a situation that I don't get. As far as I'm concerned, they don't even have any fucking human beings in the damn shit. Um, People from Whoville are not humans. Little Thing One and Thing Two are not human beings. The Grinch is not a human. I don't. I was enlightened earlier that there were some other shit that I guess could be deemed offensive, but it goes along with the Looney Tunes stuff. They're bitching about these old cartoon characters that nobody's been giving a fuck about lately anyway. I understand that they're making a new Space Jam, and that's where the fucking problem is becoming. It's like, well, you're not going to put that fucking Mexican in it, right? Look, I understand that Speedy might be, overly, fucking Mexican, but okay, fine, I get that. So we can make him a little more intelligent or whatever it is that you think is wrong with him. Take that away to an extent where you have like a fucking awesome Spanish dude doing his voice, and then you don't have to fucking do the overly stereotypical accent and all that, and then you can keep their representative because what you're doing is taking somebody that represents a culture. And I feel like the Looney Tunes was kind of ahead of their time back then because they did have somebody to represent all these different things. And when you take that away now, it's like you took away, it's like the things that were good for their culture then are somehow bad now. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, I look at impersonations, like when people do impersonations. I look at those the same way that I would look at a caricature. If you go to like downtown areas in certain cities, or like if you're around like a fisherman's wharf or something like that, where there's a lot of tourists or something like that, you see the guys sitting out there with the big ass fucking sheets of paper doing caricatures of people, fucking scenery in the background and all that, and it's always like you take the features of whoever it is you're drawing, and whatever the most prominent features are, you exaggerate them. For me, it might be my big ass bushy eyebrows, my fucking nose, and my goatee, and whatever
Yeah, it's
line
gonna be like,
out,
oh,
and I'm gonna look like a big goofy fucking cartoon character because it's a caricature, but it still looks like me. You can still identify that it's me. If you put them side by side. That's the way I've always looked at people who like impersonate other people, because especially in comedy, because you're not supposed to you know impersonate somebody in comedy to sound exactly like them. You're actually you know impersonating or mimicking their voice in a way that makes them sound silly while still adhering to the main sound of their character. So like if somebody were to make a Mexican mouse and it's for a cartoon, it's for a comedy, you're not gonna speak in the way that a normal Mexican person would speak. Even Bugs Bunny doesn't speak like any normal fucking person I've ever heard of. Yosemite Sam doesn't speak like any normal fucking white person I've ever fucking heard of. None of that. So of course, if they're gonna, make a Mexican mouse, is that suddenly the
That's
exception
that's
to that?
a
Do we have to
that's a
make?
good point. That's a good point. I mean, you exaggerate the fucking redneck gunslinger. You
Yeah,
exaggerate the dude cat. The what's his name? Fucking Bugs Bunny from Brooklyn. The Sylvesters from New York. But he's a fucking. He's got a speech impediment. I guess he'll be gone soon.
I
You
mean,
know.
Tweety Bird. Yeah, I taught, I putty tat.
Yeah, he's
And
definitely gay.
uh, the fucking Sylvester. I mean, who the
Yeah.
fuck talks like any of those?
Look. Well.
Those are intentionally exaggerated and blown way the fuck out of the normal like tame sound that people typically speak with, and done over the top purposely. So if something comes off offensive to one particular individual, like if you're a Mexican and you're out there and you watch some Speedy Gonzalez and you're offended by that, it's comedy.
Doubtful.
It's
Doubtful.
comedy. Most, what, I've known Mexican dudes, plenty of them. I'm in California. I know plenty of them that when they hear something like that, they fucking laugh their asses off. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's going to be a few here and there, some twinkle fucking snowflake fucks that fall in line with the rest of these sensitive asses that take offense. But that's just the type of fucking people that are looking for something to be offended by. That the rest of them are sitting there laughing, telling the other motherfuckers, "Hey, lighten the fuck up, fucking dipshit." You know?
Well, the way I see it, man, and here's this. All I got to say is that people got to stop with the fucking sharing of the ridiculous articles. I seen a new one today that Miss Piggy's being targeted for God knows what, and it's like I guess she's offensive to Muslims. I don't know, but my problem is I didn't read that. So first of all, anybody goes, "Where'd you get that from? Did you get that from a fact site?" No, it got it out of my ass where all facts come from.
Right.
So my thing is this: I don't believe any of them are real. I mean, not any of them. We see that every now and then something like Dr. Seuss will happen, and they'll go, "Okay, we'll get rid of like whatever 6 books, whatever the fuck it is. Okay, you got 1,700 more, whatever." They're fucking fine. They're always been weird. If you want to cancel him, why don't you cancel him because he was clearly on fucking acid when he wrote all of it? Nobody wants to care about that part. But only things get fucking canceled. It's selective. Family Guy's been around for fucking. They got 18 seasons. They don't come more offensive than
There's
Family Guy
so much
or
offensive.
South Park.
Oh God.
The Simpsons, 30 fucking years running, and they've been so fucking horrible. And you can see now that when you watch The Simpsons, man, it's not as cool. They've given up a little bit. They're not as daring as they once were. Family Guy don't give a fuck. Seth MacFarlane's like, fuck y'all, motherfuckers. I'll do what the fuck I want to do, and I support that. I think it's one of the greatest shows of all time. But I don't believe that all these other ones, man. They said they were going to get rid of Charlie Brown. It still comes on. They said they were going to ban fucking Baby It's Cold Outside. They didn't. It comes on every year. They're going to ban the Pledge of Allegiance. They still do the Pledge of Allegiance, and at least fucking where I'm from. And fucking they still say Christmas. They were going to ban Christmas for 20 years. They've been trying to ban the word Christ. It's still here. The straws, the plastic straws are still fucking here.
That Christ thing, though, there are places you can go to right now where people are so reluctant to even associate Jesus Christ with Christmas.
Fuck those people.
I just
fuck
can't.
that place and fuck those people.
I can't understand that shit. It's like, oh my.
Look, I'm no holy roller or no Bible thumper or none of that shit. But at the same time, I don't give a fuck. I'm not offended by the word Christ. If I get offended by any word, first of all, other than disrespecting me in my face with a bunch of loud words, I don't really give a fuck. You're not gonna offend me by talking shit about white people. I'm offended by you insult my intelligence by being okay with it for your agenda, and then when it doesn't work, you switch just like that and expect me not to notice. So you're kind of making me look like a fucking dumbass. That's what pisses me off. You can't hurt me just by calling me a fucking cracker. I've been called that my whole fucking life.
Yeah.
By teachers, by a cop before. I mean, What the fuck?
Hillbilly Redneck Cracker Peckerwood Hick Wonder Bread Bolillo.
Yeah,
What
you're
the
not. I mean, I don't. And
yeah.
even less. The older I get, the more LOLs instead of "fuck you" come out. Now I just be like, you want to like fuck your mother. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck your mom.
Anyways, we are we're at that point where we should be shutting down here.
Stop
I know
sharing those fucking bullshit articles about all these cartoons. Jesus Christ, Popeye. We can't. We're gonna cancel Popeye. He's offensive for people that poke their fucking eye out and have fucking tumors in their forearms.
shit. Yeah, that sounds good. Anyways, yeah.
All
Thank you very much for watching this shit. Thank you very much for enduring, uh, the shit we put you through. We appreciate it.
right, we're gonna leave.
Motherfucker, how do you leave?
I hope y'all enjoyed the show on some real shit, man. Stop sharing those bullshit articles for God's sake. Stop spreading the fucking wedge. You're not talking about none of the fucking real shit. You're only talking about fucking plastic potato characters, puppets from the 80s, old cartoons and shit, man. Like, that's what you got to focus on. They'll ride that shit to the end of time. But Jeffrey Epstein, most people are like, who? Oh, you mean the guy that had the Netflix show? Just let it go. You know what? Don't worry about it. Don't even care. You know what? Don't care. We gotta go.
Leave the Muppets
Say
alone.
bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.